Roy Rogers, known as the King of the Cowboys, wasn't just a Hollywood icon of the American West. He was a symbol of kindness, family, and resilience. With his charm, courage, and golden voice, he captivated audiences across the world. But behind the fame and glory of over 100 films, countless television appearances, and an undying legacy as a singing cowboy, lies a touching story of how a little girl from Scotland captured his heart and changed his life forever. Who was this mysterious girl, and how did her life entwine so closely with that of one of Hollywood's biggest stars? Let's dive into the heartwarming and unexpected real-life fairy tale of Roy Rogers and the Scottish orphan who would become his beloved daughter. Roy Rogers, from Leonard Sly to the King of the Cowboys. Born Leonard Franklin Sly in 1911 in Cincinnati, Ohio, Roy Rogers' early life was far from glamorous. He started out performing with country bands, eventually co-founding the iconic group, the Sons of the Pioneers. But fate had bigger plans. By 1938, he was signed by Republic Pictures, where he adopted the stage name Roy Rogers and quickly rose to fame as the King of the Cowboys. With his faithful horse Trigger by his side, Roy became a heroic symbol of the Wild West. His life on screen was just the beginning. Off camera, Roy was known for his generous spirit and devotion to family, even as he faced personal heartbreaks. He married Dale Evans, an actress and singer known as the Queen of the West, who stood by him in both his career and personal life. Together, they raised a large family, including 9 children, 3 biological and 6 adopted. Among these children, one had a particularly incredible story. A young girl from Scotland named Marion Fleming, later known as Mimi Swift. The unlikely meeting with Marion Fleming. In 1954, Roy and Dale were in Edinburgh, Scotland, performing with their Wild West show. Alongside the sold-out performances, the couple made time to visit local hospitals and children's homes, spreading joy to children from all walks of life. It was during one such visit to the Dunforth Children's Home, a modest orphanage in Edinburgh, that they encountered a 13-year-old girl with a striking personality and a voice to match. Born in the air raid shelters of Edinburgh during World War II, Marion Fleming's early life was marked by hardship. With her father on the front lines and her mother struggling, she spent years in a series of orphanages. Despite these tough beginnings, Marion had a hopeful spirit and a talent for singing, qualities that shone through when she performed for Roy and Dale during their visit. Her song, performed with a light Scottish accent and pure sincerity, captivated the famous cowboy couple. So moved were they that they extended a surprising invitation. They wanted Marion to come to America and be a part of their family. A new life in California. A whirlwind of events followed. Within weeks, Marion was on a plane, dressed in a Scottish kilt, bound for California. She had little idea of the life that awaited her. When she first heard the Rogers offer, she thought it might be too good to be true. After all, she wasn't a young child anymore. At 13, Marion was mature enough to feel both excitement and trepidation about such a major change. Her arrival at the Rogers 168-acre ranch in the San Fernando Valley brought her into a new world, one worlds away from her humble beginnings. The sprawling ranch became her home, filled with horses, wide-open spaces, and, most importantly, a loving family. Renaming herself Mimi Swift, Marion adapted to her new life and grew close to her new siblings, particularly Dodie, another adopted child. For Mimi, this wasn't just a change of scenery, it was a whole new start, with parents who cherished her and supported her talents. Roy Rogers, who had always shared a love for music, encouraged her to sing, even teaching her to play the guitar and join in family performances. Through music, Mimi and Roy formed a lasting bond that spanned from their earliest days to Roy's final years. Hey, Golden Throwback fans, ready to take a trip down memory lane? Perfect Fifth has you covered with graphic tees that celebrate the music you love. Check out this cassette-era design, a tribute to those mixtape days. Or vibe with melting vinyl sunset, bringing back the golden age of records. And for the Patriots, Stars, Stripes, and Strings, combines music and Americana in a style all your own. Get it for yourself or as the perfect gift for the music lover in your life. And right now, get 30% off your order with code THROWBACK30 at checkout. Click the link in the description to shop now. Perfect fifth. Wear the rhythm. Relive the moments. Roy Rogers' family. A life built on love and resilience. Roy's life may have been filled with Hollywood glamour, but it was equally marked by tragedy and hardship. Before he married Dale, Roy lost his second wife, Grace Arlene Wilkins, to complications from childbirth. Roy and Dale also faced the devastating loss of their daughter, Robin, to health complications from mumps. These losses left a deep impact on Roy, but they also strengthened his commitment to family and his belief in kindness and compassion. This devotion to family was a driving force behind Roy and Dale's decision to adopt, ultimately leading them to Mimi. Through the challenges, Roy remained resilient and leaned on his faith, sharing his values with his children and teaching them the importance of generosity, faith, and integrity. Roy's legacy, family, faith, and Hollywood's cowboy hero. Despite achieving fame, Roy faced financial troubles in his later years due to contract disputes and unwise investments. Yet, through it all, he remained focused on what mattered most: his faith, his family, and his unwavering values. Even as the Western movie era waned, Roy continued to make a difference, supporting charities and connecting with fans who saw him not just as a cowboy, but as a kind-hearted role model. Roy Rogers passed away in 1998, surrounded by his family. His last days were marked by peace, prayer, and love from those he held dear, including his son Dusty, with whom he had reconciled after years of estrangement. Dale Evans, who lived on until 2001, honored Roy's memory with a moving eulogy, calling him a saint and singing their famous song Happy Trails as a farewell. The story of Roy Rogers and Mimi Swift truly is a real-life fairy tale. Through a simple act of kindness, Roy and Dale transformed Mimi's life, giving her a family and a future she could never have imagined. For Roy, Mimi was not just a daughter. She was a reminder of the transformative power of love, resilience, and faith. In the end, Roy Rogers' legacy isn't just about his films or his fame. It's about the values he lived by, the family he cherished, and the people he inspired. And perhaps, most of all, it's about the little Scottish girl who stole his heart and became part of the American cowboy legend that lives on today. Now it's time to hear from you. What surprised you most about Roy Rogers and Mimi's story? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.